Okay, so that was quite the dynamic entry there, or intro I should say, a bit tipsy at the moment. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. This is Just Tio, or CGTO as I'm now called basically my new channel. Today I'll be doing a walkthrough or playthrough or let's play, whatever you're gonna call it, on Nobunaga no Yabo Shinsei, which is basically in English, Nobunaga's Ambition Reborn. I've never played on, okay, tell a lie, I have played maybe an hour before of a previous entry in the series, but I believe it was back on the DS, and this was like over 12 years ago. So but I just faintly played it, 'cause I had like a flash card at the time, so I was just going through a lot of games back then. But now that I'm older, I'm like in my late 20s now, I thought to myself, why not give this game a try? Obviously to like brush up on my Japanese as well, because I haven't been using it as much. I've only been using it for, say, some of the videos that I do on my YouTube channel that include mostly fighting games and stuff like that, so I kind of wanted to diversify. I have dabbled in strategy RPG games before. I don't know, I'll just let the intro play again. I'll let it play the first time, I'll just let you guys watch it again. But yeah, I'm definitely keen on trying this out, because it obviously is like, well, it's mostly realistic history, but there is like a touch here and there of fictional kind of history as well, as to how certain people looked or how certain events played out, because in reality some of these events that happen in history, it's kind of like a fable to some degree. It's like, did it actually happen? Did so-and-so die in that particular manner and stuff like that? But yeah, anyhow, without any further ado, let us get into the game. So I'm gonna take a quick look at the menu and the settings that's available in the game. But it's my first time playing, and if it's your first time playing a Nobunaga no Yabo game, then obviously let's all learn the basic mechanics together. So we're gonna start, where should we start? Okay, so down here is the license menu. So normally you get this in a lot of games that are ported to PC as well, just talking about like copyrights and stuff like that, so blah 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 blah. The most important one I'd like to check is the sette, basically options. The first tab here, the first tab here is the sound settings. So we have the master volume, which is highlighted currently in the pretty good light blue. I've never seen a light blue like that in a video game before. It's pretty cool. So we have the master volume here, and then down here we have the background music, and then up here we have the sound effects music, and then we have the voice and the movie volume. So normally most people don't ever touch it really. I'm gonna say it's gonna be fine anyway. If there's a problem, then I'll swap it out later on. Here's the funny thing at the moment. I actually can't hear the game. Obviously the game's being recorded with sound, and you guys watch it on YouTube, you'll be hearing it with sound. But because with my PC setup at the moment, I'm recording from my PC. Well, I'm recording from my PC, but I'm using a capture card from my Switch to record that basically. I have my laptop as well, but my laptop's been a bit iffy lately, so I'm using my PC. But with that, it would actually echo if I was playing the sound from my TV, so I'm kind of like muting it, so you guys might be hearing stuff I'm not privy to and stuff like that. So I just wanted to make a note of that now. So next tab, we have the system. We have autosave, we have options. The one currently highlighted over here is monthly. If I go to the right, we have seasonally, and the next one will be yearly, and then you can turn off autosave altogether. But as I said before, I'm a beginner to this entry of the series as a whole, so I'm just going to go monthly, because obviously that seems to be the most optimal way to play. After down here we have the summary notification speed. So we have fast, normal, average, medium, and then we have like slow. Obviously I'm expecting going into the game that a lot of the Japanese terms used here specifically are going to be kind of archaic or like outdated, like say like Shakespearean kind of English. So, and I'm not really like a Japanese history otaku. I'm more of like a internet kind of otaku if I were to put myself in that category. So I'm going to be kind of out of my element here, so I'm going to put it down to medium speed for the notifications and stuff like that. The next one highlighted, we have the 3D cursor movement speed. I'm just going to leave it on normal. I have no idea how that's going to affect the actual game. Maybe it's like the movement speed when you move about the map, maybe. That could be what it's talking about. But I'll just leave it on the standard. And down here we have the command camera movement. So you can have that on or off. I'll leave it on. I don't know why I would turn it off. Then here we have my TV is quite far away from me as well, so I kind of have to like hear very closely. So we have the event notification. Okay, so the camera movement at the time of an event notification. On off, so I'll leave it on. We got camera movement horizontally. It's like, okay, so it's like verted or standard, and you have inverted, basically, the one I just went to now. So I'll leave it to standard. And this one's for vertical or vertically, I'll leave it on standard. Key guide, notification, I'll leave that on. Temporary log notification, so you have up here, Subite Hyoji, so notify all notifications. Then you have no notifications, and then you have custom. So I guess with custom, over here we have Naisei, I believe, which is like internal government, so it could be like internal politics and stuff like that. So you have that notified or not, and that's practically everything. So you have like military affairs, then you have trade, I believe, or trade, or like well, my mind's like going blank now. I've never really done this kind of like on-air commentary thing before, so I'm like, oh, I'm really being put on the spot. Oh god, yeah, the word's like, not trade per se, but it's like, relations, public relations, I guess, with like your neighbors and stuff like that. And, okay, so I believe it's like more so like, internal like provisions, like in terms of like blacksmithing and stuff like that, I believe. And then you have Busho, which is your generals or commanders and stuff like that. I guess if they're like, yo dude, we're dying over here, send over some allies or whatever, then I guess that will be the notification they'll be talking about. So I'll just be leaving it on all notifications. I'm like, why not? Next tab with the R button, we'll be going to the difficulty. So we have beginner, intermediate, and then we have advanced. Obviously I'm a beginner, so I'm gonna stick to beginner. I'm not a try-hard. I'm not expecting myself to be naturally talented at this game at all. I'm probably expecting to die within the first hour. So I'll leave it at beginner for now. And then the tabs over here. So this one highlighted now is financial income, and then it says for other forces or other players. So when it's set it to beginner, I guess that means the other players in the game, or the main AI, who's not me, the playable character basically, they will be receiving a decreased amount of money compared to me, basically, from the sounds of it. And then you have soldier income, I guess, like maybe like soldier numbers or deployment numbers or something like that. That's also very low on beginner. And then you have AI level over here, which is low. And then you have AI crescendo, which is called, I think it's like warmongering. So like how likely they are to go to war, basically. And from what I see here, it's Kikosen. So yeah. So on beginner, I'm gonna believe that nobody is a warmonger. They'll be peaceful. If you declare war, obviously they're gonna fight back, but if you don't declare war, I'm assuming they will just do their own thing, basically. So, okay, that's cool. And on intermediate, everything goes to standard pretty much. And then on advanced, you get, so the money income is standard, the soldier number is standard, AI levels on high, and the AI level for warmongering is at the highest, basically. So, okay, that's a good amount of change. For the next one, we have scenario. So we have this one highlighted now is the tutorial notification. I'm going to leave that on, obviously, first time playing. We have Jogen, which is like advice. I'm going to leave that on. We have Isemoku Hyo, so I guess talking about objectives and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll leave that on. And then we have historical events. So let me look at the green section to the right. So 歴史イベント、歴史的な出来事を、武将の会話イベントなどで発生させる設定を行います。Okay, so basically, if you turn this option on, or if you leave it on, if it's like that by default, then it will also like begin historical events between different commanders who were alive during that time period, stuff like that. So if you turn it off, then obviously I guess those events won't occur at all. Okay, seems pretty cool. I'm gonna leave it on because obviously my Japanese history when it comes to like the Sengoku Jidai or the Warring State period is more like, I know bare bone knowledge, so I don't know in depth. This game might go into like really in depth about it, so I'll leave it on to see what else I can learn about Japanese history. And then down here we have lifespan. So we have historical lifespan, which I believe is the time of death that happened in real life. And then you have Chomyo, which is like extended life. I don't know how much it's extended by, but it says extended more than their historical lifespan. And then you have no lifespan, so I guess they live forever basically, or until the game naturally. I don't know how the game ends. I don't know if the game ends at a specific like time frame or whatever, but yeah, I'll just leave it on historically so I can learn a bit more about Japanese history as well. And then we have Dashi, which is like beaten to death or like just like exterminated or something like that. So we have normal. So easy mode is set to normal. I don't know if these options are connected to the difficulty or if it's just its own kind of different parameter based concept, whatever. So we have normal, and down here we have few. Up here we have a lot of any, and then we have just no death, I'm assuming. So I guess on normal, maybe there's like a 50% chance if your commander dies in battle, or no, not dies, but if they are defeated in battle, maybe there's like a 50% chance they will die if it's like on normal or futsu over here. And if it's like few, maybe it's like 25% or 10%. And then obviously many, I'm assuming it's going to be 75%, 8% kind of park or ballpark. So I'm going to leave it on normal. And then we have commander names. Suyo and... Okay, Rekiteki. Okay, so with the commander names, I'm not too... Okay, I'm looking at the example. Okay, I think I get it. So basically, if you have the commander name set to Suyo or this option that I currently have toggled on, basically the names of the commanders are modernized basically, because I do know this part of Japanese history is that in the Meiji period, which is what's about the 1800s I believe, the emperor at the time modernized a lot of the Japanese language, like a lot of the grammar got changed around to make it more simplified, because obviously they wanted a more unified Japan at that time, and obviously the best way to make a unified nation is to make stuff more simplified so people can accept it basically, right? So yeah, I'm guessing the simplified or more modernized one is set now, and then you have the historical one and stuff like that. Okay, so I'll leave it. Yeah, I'll just leave it on the default, which was the modernized one, basically. Down here we have Kakuhime Shinsei. So, fictional princess appearance. I'm like, the hell? Well, it's like a waifu simulator now. I'm not too sure. Let me look at the graphics. 架空に姫が出演する設定を行います。姫は縁組とGod, I have to look really close at my TV now because I'm like far away and the kanji is like really small. 婚姻同盟に必要です。So, in order to have a princess, basically, you have to be in a wedded alliance. So basically, you have to marry somebody else. So if that's the case, then the princess would be your daughter. I'm guessing, because I'm like, if it's like, oh, you need to be married, it's like, well, wait, what? It's like, huh? So I'm assuming it's something about your daughter? Okay, I don't know why a daughter specifically and not a son, but like, fair enough. It is what it is. Okay, yeah, it's already set to on by default, so I'll leave it on. And oh, okay, so you can also have your daughter become a commander or a busho as well. It's set to off by default, so I'll leave it off. But it's a cool option, you know, having your daughter fight on your behalf and stuff like that. That's kind of cool. Okay, and then we have Gaiko Shokijo type. So basically, like the public affairs or foreign affairs. So you can have that historically, or you can just have that off. So I'm guessing historically, if you have that on, then it would obviously be taken from real life examples. Like for example, Town B were best friends with Town A for like 200 years. They're like best bros. They'll go out to war together. But if you have that option set to off, then everyone's basically starting from scratch, and I guess you build up your relations from scratch, basically, from what I'm guessing. I could be completely wrong. I could be completely proved wrong within the first 10 minutes of playing the game, but that's my assumption for now. So, what I also realized as well is that if you guys make a mistake while playing the game, you can always press the minus button on the Switch. It's probably different on PS5 and PC, obviously, as well, to make sure all the options go back to their default. So, pretty nifty. I'm gonna do it just now. And I'm gonna quickly change. I think I had one of the notifications on yeah, so I'll change this one to medium again, just because I'm not used to the game. If I'm familiar with it, probably in the part 2 of this whole Nobunaga series, I'll be going into faster notifications. But for now, I'll just take my time, go slow, enjoy the game. And over here we have like records, I believe. Yeah. So you have. Oh god, the text is so small. Okay, so you have like Commander Encyclopedia, basically. Okay, so you have a lot of guys over here. Oh god, that's a lot. Like, if you guys see the scrolling bar like moving down, that's a lot of characters in the game. That's really overwhelming now. I'm like, oh my god, that's probably more than 1,000 characters in the game, easily. Oh boy. Yeah. Well, that happened. That definitely happened. And from what I can tell, each commander also has their own like unique set of attributes as well. Like on the top one, the top part of the diamond, I guess we'll use diamond for now, you have like authority. So I guess like if they're in control of a territory, that's how effective they'll be. Like this guy's like 32, this guy's 44. Then to the right hand side you have combat valor, like maybe like how good they are at commanding people and stuff like that out on the battlefield. So 35 for this guy and 64. So if I'm going to war, I definitely want this guy instead of this guy, because this guy's like meh, but this guy's like seems pretty decent for now. And then for the bottom part, we have like governmental affairs. So I guess maybe if they need to make peace treaties or maybe make a new law or whatever, this guy would be the one I should go to. And oh no, this guy would be the better one to go to actually. He's got like 89. And then we have Shiryaku, which is like knowledge or like strategy knowledge. So I'm not sure how that will play in the game. I'm sure obviously there's going to be the tutorial in the game, and that will tell me about how to go about it and whatnot. Okay, pretty decent. So let me click. Can I click A? Okay, you can click an A. Oh my god, people have abilities in the game? Oh wow, yeah, this is definitely overwhelming. Okay, so let's look on the left hand side first. So we have Umezuma Sakage. I've never heard of this guy before, but pretty cool name. He was born 1581 and he died on 1633. So pretty good lifespan for that time period, I'd say. Probably like what he was about 52. Yeah. Okay. Cool. And then let's look at the abilities. You have to click on the C button or the R button on the Nintendo Switch. Probably different on PC. I'm sure on PC you can probably just click on it. So we have Teiryoku or Teiriki, it could be one or the other. So basically his top ability, which is like simple, so I think that's more so combat related. So like if he goes to fight or whatever, this ability is specifically for that. So he has a okay, so he can basically heal his army basically, so that's pretty cool. And then down here we have Noshi. So, oh god, the kanji so small again, I have to look up close. Okay, so when it comes to like public works, he can perform a special action apparently. I'm not sure what that specific action is, but I'm sure it's going to be something like very archaic, something from that time period alone that modern day people don't really do. And the one down here, okay, so basically his horseman units are at an increased level, so I'm guessing maybe as well in the game. I'm not sure if it actually applies or not, but like obviously with games like Civilization or Age of Empires, normally horses or units who are on horses, they tend to move faster, like faster movement speed. So that seems like a pretty good ability actually, because obviously maybe if you're stationed in your capital and one of your areas are getting like attacked or whatever, or maybe there's like a public revolt, then I don't know, he would be pretty decent to send off, in all honesty. And then you have a summary down here. I'm not going to read it. I'm just like, when it comes to old Japanese, I'll be honest, I'm out of my element. It's like, okay, if I spend 2 hours learning all of these unique names, like very unique names that aren't used anymore today at all, it's like, what am I going to show for it? I'm not saying it's a waste of time. If you specialize in it, obviously you can make money from it and whatnot, but if I'm doing this as a hobby, it isn't really going to stick with me long term, especially if I play this game alone and I go back to playing all my other stuff, and then it's like, okay, I'm gonna forget within half a year because I just don't know I just don't know like when it's applicable, you know. Okay, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Look at the characters and stuff like that. I must say though that the quality of artwork here is like really astounding. Like it's got nice little kind of like water kind of texture to it, like a very water painty kind of feel to it. Yeah, definitely, really good stuff. And if we press the R button, we will be presented with oh, okay, so like a timeline basically of their life and stuff like that. Okay, and then R button again. Oh, so basically, these are showing pictures from past entries from like past Nobunaga games, basically, like their different artwork. That's cool. I think this game goes back to like the Super Famicom or the Super Nintendo, as it was called in the West. So this game, or the series as a whole, has been very... They've been working very, very hard for like over 30 years probably. And I'm just like, man, I don't know how they still do it. Like, still pumping out games and everything. But I don't know, if there's a will, there's a way, right? Okay, that's cool. Can I check anything else? Okay, so that's talking about the ability, and then you have like a feature over here. Okay, cool. It's talking about the like first ability, not the main one over here. Like for example, the guy who had like the hidden ability. This is the area for that. These are the like first abilities that like tend to work more so for general stuff, basically. So obviously, some people have one, some people don't have any at all. So I guess like that's like the whole like tier list. People like, nah, Nobunaga's like tier, like S tier, man, or something like that. Some have two. Oh god, barely any. Well, yeah, barely have. Yeah, some people barely have two. And then 3. Yeah, it's pretty barren out here. Okay. I feel like we got a good look at that. And then we have like a movie gallery over here. We have the opening movie that we've seen about like 1.5 times now, so I won't play that again. But you got a total of 7 movies. I wonder how... I don't know, it's like 7 movies. I know there's like a lot of scenarios in the game, so I'm wondering to myself, when will these movies be in, like, when will they be played? I have no idea. But you got a movie gallery if you guys are interested in that. And over here we have a background music player. Really cool, actually. Oh, sorry about that. I just had to sneeze a bit. So you got like, I'll play some music. I can't hear the music obviously because I have the music muted, but I'm sure you guys can hear the music being played right now. But yeah, pretty decent selection. I'm not sure if all the music in the game is here or if you unlock more music as you play through the game. Basically, I'm not too sure. But nonetheless, it's always good to have a music player in the game because obviously, if you like something, maybe you want to record it and for your own personal use, put in your MP3 player. Oh, I said MP3. Who uses an MP3 player in 2022? If you want to put it on your phone, if you like want to record it on OBS or something like that, and put it on your phone so you can listen to it on the go, then this is what this is for basically. Or maybe you can have your Switch, just have your headphones or earphones plugged in, and you're good to go. And down here we have an art book. It's basically an art book. It basically is an art book. Okay. Yeah, you definitely got some nice, like, I like the draw, I don't know, what do you call it, the draw distance basically, like how it's like the background's like blurred out a bit, but then you have the main focus of the character that's made on. Oh, you can zoom in too, so you can get some nice, beautiful pictures like that. Okay, cool. And then over here we have additional content. And over here we have register commander, like portfolio, I'm guessing. So, oh, so apparently you can make your own commander in the game. That's interesting. So you have the face of your character. You got a decent amount of stuff. You got like, yeah. You got a decent amount of characters to run. And then you have females over here. And then you have additional stuff from the DLC. Well, I don't know, was it from the DLC? I'm not too sure. It might be. There seems to be like old artwork of previous games, basically. Yeah, I believe that's the case. And then over here you have historical. So I guess you can basically use one of the existing commanders in the game as your profile picture. But I will just quickly pick, I don't know, who do I want to pick? This guy. I'll pick him, why not? And then you have your surname or family name, and then you have your first name. Down here you have... Oh, okay, so this is where you'd write your name phonetically. Okay, quick Japanese lesson for everyone. So basically you have hiragana, katakana, which basically when you write them, you read them as you write them. It's all phonetic. It's the same as, say, Spanish, basically, or French. It's like one way to always read or pronounce something. Unlike English, because English has many inspirations from German, French, Spanish, and whatnot. But yeah, basically you read it as you write it. But when it comes to kanji, there are several ways of reading it. I don't know, especially with a lot of these older, well, specifically this time period, generally speaking, a lot of the people had names that didn't really match up to the kanji. It's like they... Okay, maybe the parents, okay, I should say the parents, because not the people themselves. The parents picked names phonetically that sounded good, and then they picked a kanji to kind of represent that sound. But it wasn't really modernized. It wasn't until the Meiji period, as I mentioned before, where they modernized a lot of stuff to kind of make it more coherent to the nation as a whole. So yeah, you have that. Then you have gender, so you can be male or you can be female. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. He's gonna be or she's gonna be, yeah, she's gonna be herself. She is her own woman. And over here we have voices available. So we have a normal voice that's set to now. We have a very a boisterous, yeah, boisterous, like very loud and gnarly, probably. And then we have like a very brave, commandeering voice. And over here we have a strict one, a strict voice. Okay, I have to look closely again because it's very small. Okay, so more like a intimidating kind of voice. I can't hear it right now because obviously I have to sound off. But I'm assuming that will be, I mean, I'll play it for you guys. Hopefully you guys can get back to me and tell me if that was a very strict commandeering voice. Well, not commandeering, but very strict and straight to the point kind of voice. And we have calm, collected. And then we have... Oh god, I have to look closely again. Goketsu? Oh, I actually don't know the second kanji of that word. I know the first part, go, which is like grand or splendid, but the second part, maybe katsu, ketsu. I've never seen the kanji before, but I'll play it for you guys anyway. And you guys can get back to me on what it sounds like. And over here we have... okay, so we have like a tactician kind of voice. And then we have like a posh, noble voice. And then we have an old man voice. And then we have a female, or yeah, female normal voice over here. And then we have a brave female voice. Okay, I wonder what that would sound like. And then we have a calm, nice, gentle female voice available for the final. And down here we have the AI level. I'm assuming that like if your character is like imported to a game you're doing or whatever, this is what the AI level will be based on. So it could be C, B, A, and S. So I'm assuming S will make them like god tier, like they will just like do everything to obliterate you basically. But I'll leave it on B. Yashin. Okay, so that's like the ambition. I was like, oh, what would ambition mean in this context? But it's like basically the higher the ambition, the more likely they are to backstab you. I was like, damn, that's kind of cold, man. That's definitely cold. And Shugi was like principal, I believe. Okay, so basically, oh, so it's like the kind of like political compass or compass. But I haven't pronounced that word in ages. I think I'm just completely botched it up. But you have like basically middle of the road that's like set to the vault. To the right you have Kakushin, which is like a revolutionist, or I guess like more like a libertarian to some degree. And then you have Hozon, which is like conservative, like staying to the same old stuff basically. And then down here you have status. The first one is like a group leader. Next one is like a foot soldier commander. Another one is like a samurai commander. And then you're just like a unit commander. And Karo? Oh, household? I'm gonna have to look this one up, guys. Give me a second. I was like, huh? What would that mean? Like maybe like the patriarch, maybe? That could be it, actually. Karo. Oh, so chief retainer. Okay, the more you know. I'm probably not gonna use this word outside of this game, but now I know. Karo means chief retainer. And then the last one is Shukuro. I don't know. I'm guessing it's going to be kind of similar to Chief Retainer just now. But Shuku is like Login Retainer. Okay, let me quickly look it up so I can give you guys a proper word. Oh, so like an elder. Okay. An elder. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. And then if you click or press R, or if you click on the tab next, you have the 倒立部隊の受けるダメージに影響する。Oh, so basically, okay, so I think I made a mistake when we saw this category or saw this attribute last time. I think I mentioned it was like leadership, or no, technically it is still leadership, but I just misconstrued the context of it. So from what I see here, this is related to the amount of damage your units will be getting while this character is leading them. So obviously, I guess the higher it is, the less damage you'll be taking. This one is okay, and this one, the like heroism, maybe something like that. This one is specifically linked to how much damage you deal, so your attack basically. This one is okay, this one is specifically for when you surround an enemy and how much damage you deal in that case. I don't know why they're different, like this one and this one. I guess this one's like general like damage, and this one's like super effective damage, if that makes sense. And down here we have Okay, so it says this one in particular, the Seimu, it has like a multitude of uses for a lot of governmental kind of events and stuff like that. So okay, so that one I was correct about. Not the other three, but this one I was correct about. So I'll take that L basically. And then simple, we have, it's like your special combat ability. The default one that's on here now is okay, so you have a lot. Yeah, it's quite the sight. Huh. Okay, so we'll just click on this one to see what it says. Oh, you don't even get a description here right now. Okay, that's a bummer. And then over here you have the options for your like lifespan and stuff like that. So you up here it's like when you were born, and down here is more about your life expectancy. Expectancy. So by default it's 60 years old. I guess maybe that is kind of realistic in that time period, 60 years old. And over here, the next tab, this is your timeline basically. So I guess maybe you served under so-and-so, and then after you, like 2 years later, you betrayed them, you took their territory 5 years later or something like that. So pretty in-depth, incredibly in-depth. I'm already overwhelmed, and we've only like got into the settings of the game, so I'm like, wow, I'm really taken aback right now. And where does it go? It goes as far as okay. And over here, this option up here, your biological father. So I'm guessing you're picking your dad right now. Okay, I'm guessing obviously depending on which dad you have, you probably be getting bonuses that are tied to their own kind of unique traits and stuff like that. Okay, let's pick this character. And then you have wait, which one would this be? Like parental love? Oh, okay, so basically this one I have highlighted now. You'll then pick people who you're like on very good terms with, like you look up to them as your dad, even though you already have a biological dad, but that's what it's there for. And then down here's people who you aren't on good terms with. I don't know, I mean, I guess you do that to, like, if you want to do role playing and stuff like that, you can pick the character you want to do that with and whatnot. So pretty good. Okay, and if you're lazy and you just like, I just want a random character, you can press the minus button on the Switch, and then here highlighted now you have like automatic male and automatic female. Let's like generate another female character, and we got one here basically, and she is pre-made. She has her own name already, Hiraoka, and Koto, that's her first name. She's got a brave, gallant voice and stuff like that. And she is an elder of some. Looks very young for an elder, but fair enough. I'm not one to judge like that. And then yeah, all of her attributes are automatically done for as well, so that kind of saves you a bit of hassle and stuff like that, including her abilities, her timeline, all done. But yeah, so if you can make your own custom character, this is the place to do it. Okay, so for now, I believe I'm going to cut the part of the video here, just to make sure, like, if people are interested in the options specifically, this video will be here to accommodate for you guys basically. And from the next video onwards, then that's when I'll be doing the scenario. I feel like that'll be a better way to break it all up, because I don't want I don't want a lot of videos on the channel, but I just kind of want to simplify how people access my content and stuff like that. So if you guys watched this option video basically, thank you for watching. If you guys liked it, want to see more, obviously like, comment, subscribe. I'm not going to put a gun to your head and tell you to do it, but it will help me out. I'm a new channel, you know, I want to grow up. Oh, I'm already grown up. I want to grow my channel in particular. And stuff like that. So if you guys enjoy the content and want to see more on-the-fly translations from your boy CGTO, you know what to do. But yeah, until next time, take care and goodbye.